fluffy. Ugh. Hi, baby. Okay. As I left off this morning, I've got 2 stalls to clean. I do not know the temperature. It's like almost 40, basically. Got 2 less stalls, 2 more stalls to clean, and then rebed, hay, work a team, and check out where Tilly is in her ovulating or not cycle yet. Such a pain in the ass, that mare. Oh my god. I will say I had a very interesting conversation with the new vet who actually, like, I don't know, has brain cells at work. Yeah, I'm gonna just go over a little conspiracy theory here. I had a vet prior to this who was totally okay with me breeding. And I think the reason why is because honestly breeding with her was such a 50 fucking chance of getting anything pregnant that she just was like, what's the harm in trying? I have another local vet in this area who is not keen on just breeding this, that, paddywhack. And I'm starting to catch on that the reason why is they do or they die was kind of, we're going to call her Kay. Kay kind of has this theory that, like, they do or they die, they get pregnant or not, blah, blah, blah. The theory more on Mary, on M, is that she's actually a lot better at it, so they actually get pregnant, and then you actually have to deal with the circumstances of that said situation. So, I will say that, yeah. Once I got the ability to get something pregnant, essentially when I wanted them to, it's kind of turned into more of that to me. Actually, really need to be looking something up because Roxanne doesn't come into heat. I gotta recheck her. I think she might actually be pregnant because she should definitely be starting to tease the stud now. And I have not seen that behavior. 14 days would be kind of hard to miss a pregnancy, but still hasn't happened yet. So, what's up, everybody? Got this stall, one other, and then I gotta get with the horses a little bit. Said, ooh, I love it when you're looking like that. Pretty good at making it fit. How's everyone doing? We'll get out to the horses eventually. I'm glad to put a smile on your face. Love seeing you guys too. A little bit shit storm back here. This one went out yesterday for a drive with Roxanne. But so last stall, I'm gonna have to reload everybody up with some sawdust. Philly's doing okay. It just sort of sucks about the whole situation, but what you're gonna do is get up every 2 hours and feed the damn thing. Guys, get out of there! We're so particular about it. We only got like 3 inches or so, maybe a little bit more. It's really slushy stuff because obviously it's just sugar snow right now. So nice. Yes, United States. I'm far from the best creator on YouTube. Just something I've started out. I enjoy. You guys are all funny. So, final stall. And then we will move on to, I need to get the horses out. We're gonna work, I believe I'm going to work Joey and Tilly. It won't be a great hitch, but I'm very nervous about, the financial loss that I got from losing that horse is really annoying. Which is a weird way to put it, but like, I really needed her in the hitch, and I needed her to feed her mom, or feed her baby, be a mom. And now, between the loss of how much it costs for me to feed and take care of the baby, and how much, it would cost to replace her, / like what I have to do to get her there is not going to be fun. I don't want to hitch the stud in the 6 like I did last year. And I won't lie, I think the only thing that kept him in line last year was that big mare. Now that she's gone, I'm a little wigged out about it. You know, I just got good horses. It just feels like I've got quite a few swing horses. Got like a lead horse. And I'm just like making it work with the rest of them. I can't wait until there's a day that I'm confident about the horses in the hitch again, or at all. But there was a time my top hitch horse, my like heart horse, the one that got me into all of this shit, used to go 4 off the floor rearing. So I really can't say too much that, like, if I could learn how to trust and work with that one, and he was my favorite and everything, you know, like the first time I tried to ride him, I went flying, absolutely fucking whoop, bye. So, you know, if I ended up turning him around, I really can turn a lot of them from around. I am in Vermont complaining about the fact I just lost a horse and how to get the team ready for the year. I basically am going to consider that the season is starting up. It is time for me to get these horses in shape, hooked together, going together, and yeah. I do have some slight issues of doing this because nothing's ever easy, and if it was, anybody would do it, right? Basically my issue is that the stud and the mare I'm trying to breed with each other right now are currently supposed to be my wheel team. The stud probably wouldn't be able to keep his shit together while hooking him up, because that's not his job right now. His job is to make babies. And he would be like, oh, let's make a baby then. And the mare is a little weak in the hind end and needs to get worked. Would rather take the boys out together and see what they do. It's been a long time since I've hooked a stud with a gelding though. That's not fun. They do get along over the fence, but I don't think they'll get along with each other. So, yeah, happens. But we're not done with chores, so we can't stop complaining. What kind of spurs? I currently have a pair of rolling spurs, rowel spurs on. I don't love using spurs in my mare already, but she has a tendency. I don't have a tendency to be able to get my legs around her as much when I'm in the Western saddle. She goes both ways, English, Western, and riding, given she doesn't really go anywhere. She's just a little sweetheart. But she is being a Clydesdale cross. She's just a heavy mare. So that's the spur point. I don't know if you guys can see it, but nothing crazy. She's just such a hefty mare that it is hard to convince her to keep going on things. So just a little bit of, yeah. It's not a lot. It's just so that way she feels me and she's like, oh crap, okay, keep going. I don't want her to be like, ow, ow, ow. I just want the motivation there. Ooh, I love it when. So, yeah. You guys are silly. Yeah, hit the like and share button. Thanks, Scott. It's a free way of helping me out, keep us going. See, that's probably a good spot right there. So. Yep. Got my purple fork out today. You should see my movies, they're pretty good. Ooh, I love it when you look at me, make me sure. Son of a bitch. I wear this outfit almost every single day. I mean, there's other pairs of Wranglers and got a few other coats, but not much of a leggings person. I was for a little bit, and then I grew up. Realized Wranglers were at that. Ugh. Well, I do need to work on trying to clean up and stiffen up my fucking red hat again. I just don't like flashing. So, the baddie friend. What's up? What's with the sawdust? It's what I use for the horses' bedding, so they have somewhere nice to shit on. Hello, Andy. Thank you, Maggie. The bedding's loose? Yes, because that way you can buy it in bulk. It's significantly cheaper buying bedding in bulk. Okay, who's ready to watch a horse get out? Yeah, my red hat is actually not as stiff. It's kind of nice to see an actual thing. Thank you. These are Wranglers, of course, and now it is time to get the team out. Now, there's two things I'm going to do when I get the team out. One, I need to check to see if one of them has ovulated, and then two, go with the other one. I'm trying to decide if it's going to be Joey or Raina. And I'm trying to think if the fence is on. So I'm going to have you guys turn out and look at some of the horses in the pasture. Why does that come unscrewed? So weird. And then the fact that I feel like fucking gross. I could probably just check to see if the fence is on by tapping the ground, but I don't like getting shocked. I'm into a lot of rough things, but not electricity. I forgot, I need to put hay up first. It is absolutely looks warmer than it is. The horses are enjoying like the sunbathing, so they're just like laying around, but I take these large flakes from my large sprayer bales, fold them in half, slip them in, hopefully slip them in my hay nets. I love these hay nets. They are from Hay Chicks, and they keep me affording horses. No, it is not easy. That's why I get everything as easy as I can, so flip them down. These are like handy dandy little trays. I can handle them being bigger, but it is what it is. Just gotta wiggle them down. It works eventually. So, stuffing hay nets. I'm gonna stuff myself later after when I'm taking a shower. So, be sure to follow that if you'd like to see even better. There we go. Got it. And keep going. It's like really rough, but I don't do the shower lives connected to my YouTube anymore. That one's only going to be available on one platform. Keep going. I am filling what's called hay nets. These just make it so it's a slow feeding program for the horses to pull out of. Basically, horses need to constantly have hay provided for them, and this slows it down so they don't waste it and they have that supply all day. Voila. So, yeah, it does stop him from wasting it. No, my name is Itsamandalee on almost all other platforms, not the VT stall girl. Okay, now let's grab a team. I'm gonna grab Joey, who's my gelding, bit of a shithead, and Tilly, who's technically his aunt. Joey's harness is going to be the same as it always has been. Tilly is going to end up in her harness. It has always been. Hi. Back. You guys aren't both going to fit at the same time. You, Mr. Leader, come through first. Yeah. What's up, big guy? So, worn out your ass. You'll have that. Okay, so we'll leave you guys up here, Joey. Hey, leave it alone. And don't run into it either. Hey, Tilly, come down. Come down, over here. Okay. Dum chew gum gum. Here's Tilly. Good old Till. Good horse. want to be a better horse. Mentally, not a great horse. So, I am in Vermont. I'm going to get Team Clydesdales hooked up. Smar's a little weak in her hind end and hopefully getting pregnant as we speak. I have about 10 horses. I say about 10 because this little one joined us and then took out her mom. And then that one's pregnant. So we're up one, we're down one, we go all the way around. So this is one of my favorites. This is Joey. I don't know when the snow stops coming. The longest I've had it was in 2020. It snowed literally on my birthday, which is May 1st. So, Itsamandalee, welcome. That is my other platforms. You can go to the links in the bio if you'd like to see anything else. Hi, honey. You ready? You worked yesterday. We're going up again. Meanwhile, this is Joey, or Joe. His register name was supposed to be this big fancy super. You're gonna be our future stallion name. He turned into a raging peckerhead when you were a yearling, long yearling. Absolute jerk, okay? So I had to that. So, he did not get to keep him. Joey is ready to go. Yeah, this guy really likes working. He's a good horse. So, he's definitely lead team material. Don't think he's ovulated, so I don't know. It takes me about 2-3 minutes, I guess, to check if she has. So, we'll just see if it's still active in there. It'll take a little bit of time. This is Tilly. Tilly is a 6 or 7-year-old mare. And been tracking her to see when she's going to ovulate. I'm stronger than I'm gonna go with my right hand. She did a good job, pretty much. There you go. Yes, Scott, exactly. I don't feel like taking off my coat completely because it's kind of cold out, but here we go. Pretty sure it's not good. walking 100 times, it feels like, this year. I'm getting down on my internal gloves, so hopefully we're done pretty soon. Oh, that's weird, Daly. So, they don't really kick like people think they do. Now, would I advise an absolute stranger to come up and tickle my horse's hind end? No. But, howdy. Yeah. Okay. One step. Girl. Now that she's what we call cleaned out, I'll take the ultrasound and hopefully someone who can record this. I'm glad I did this. Okay, so I don't know if anybody here will find this interesting, but hopefully if I just put you guys, this is not going to be sexy and all that fun stuff for a bit, but I'm going to put it so you guys can see the screen, okay? And I've kind of gone over with some of my regulars what we're looking for, and that is, do you see all of these dots? Well, there's poop. Hang on. All of those little specklings. What you don't see is a 5.3 by 6 one. You see all those little specks? That is what we were looking for. There isn't a big one. There's just a bunch of tiny ones. That one's a little bigger. And then meanwhile, over here on this side, which I think, there it is, there's a bigger one. So when I talk to you guys about them, I'll set you down just long enough to freeze it. Which do I do? I gotta pull my phone out. I don't want to touch anything with this poop. So, what I end up doing is I measure these to find out what size they are. That says 2.33. So, she has ovulated on one side And yeah, go to my YouTube, guys, if you want to watch all of that part. She was ovulated on her right side, and her left side has a 2.33, which I don't think will ever accumulate to anything. Doesn't matter if it does. This afternoon we'll breed her, but she's still kind of teasing, so I don't think we'll get ourselves too busted by doing so. And that will make it so there will be semen at time of ovulation. There already was, I think, we did breed last night, so she should be set, but yeah, so that's where we're at. Here we go. That was fun. Perfect. And now we still have to go back to working her, so. There might be some of you who have found that fascinating. Some of you guys are going to think I'm fucking gross. So it is what it is. Motherfucker, you are... I missed. All right, let's hitch this bitch. Max, I'm working on it, but baby Clydesdale, they're priceless. Depends on the bloodlines and stuff, although I would really say that anything from at least 3,500 up to it. Up to a couple thousand. The last baby this thing had, insurance companies instantly were okay with insuring it for $15,000. Okay. This is not going to be easy for me. This is going to be me harnessing this horse with my dead horse's harness. Won't bring him back, but still hurts. You also get my other dead horse's fucking bridle. And I don't even like you that much. She's starting to become one of my favorites, but move your head. Only because I'm down so many of them. It is 4 o'clock, motherfucker. This is Tilly. Tilly Wagon. Tilly's sore. Just very fitting because she's usually pretty sore. Oh my God. I didn't think that one through. She has so much lube on her ass. Sorry, honey. Yes, it is a Clydesdale. It's a 7-year-old Clydesdale. I've owned her for a year and a half now. About a year and a quarter. I'm getting to be a larger fan of them, but she was definitely not my favorite for a while. She's a good girl. She gets very antsy when it comes to bridling. She's almost terrifying to bridle, right? Yeah, I see you. You get all like stern and serious about it. And you gotta make sure the bridle's super, super ready. Otherwise she gets super, super nippy. Hey, these are my favorite videos of you to clip out. So I oftentimes call Miss Tilly Tillosaurus because she does one of two things. She used to roar and then she also used to groan. She sounded like a dinosaur and it was funny. Nice, I know. So one thing about the start of the season, where we're at now, is that they start anticipating everything before you're ready because they want to get it over with. So it takes a little bit to get them to calm the fuck down and listen, because you're going to grow on that side. Over. You have to go over more. Over more. Good girl. I feel like I should just put a little safety warning out there. Nobody ever hook a bridle to a cross tie. I have a convenient little side compartment that does it. So I'm going to grab the other horse. I'll be right back. Now here's another favorite of mine. This is Joey. Thanks for everybody who is, the horse has like a few missing brain cells. So she's oftentimes confused as hell. Joey is definitely one of my favorites. Given again, when you start cutting down on how many you have, then you'll get left with only a few that you like. Is that right, buddy? Got my interest. I really should probably drive you in Vivian's bridle, but I would rather die than go. Hi. There you go. This horse is phenomenal. And there were times where there's a little touch and go there with you too, I guess. So can't say too much. They all have their moments. And the thing that really just drives me crazy is if a horse isn't improving as you're working with it, it's you, not the horse. So I guess I do have to say that although I've gotten frustrated with horses in the past, you gotta change it up because the only thing that's gonna change is gonna be you. So. I know it's a little rough for some people to hear, but I just find it really annoying when people will talk to me about having a horse that's not going well for them, and I'm like, how long you had it? You're the problem. Over. There. Back up. Over. Over. That fucking leg. Over. There you go. Good boy. Okay. Back up. Nope. No. Over. Back up. There you go. That's it. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Back up. There. There. I don't know. Probably gonna have somebody tell me that I could have moved that for him, but I know there's a lot of them. They wear a 26 and a 28 collar. They're littles. I don't have monster horses. I'm not a monster-sized girl. I do need to hopefully find an 18-hand match for this one. That might take a little bit. Gotta find out a few other things. Yeah, you get bedded down. You're a fucking monster. I love you for it, but anyway, my deal with that. Step up. Good girl. Good girl, right in line. Oops. Gotta stop once you get there. Say, ooh, I love it when you look at that. Are you setting a horse cart? I mean, I'm hooking him up to one. Tell the Leon. I say, ooh, I love you. So now we are going to hook up their back. Your butt is soaked probably. Right? I'll say, voila. That is a hooked up team of horses. We're gonna head out. I have, no, sleigh rides are done. as the snow that we got was just like gross stuff. So we're gonna just go out, probably gonna go down the road, if I'm being honest. We have about 10 Clydesdales in Vermont. It's just a small, painful way of how it gets done. Right? What's up, cutie? It's probably warm enough you should be naked, but we keep laying down because it's a pole, so. And I cannot wait. I recently found out that I could go through all of the comments that happen. I can't wait to do that. These are all Clydesdales. I have all the links in the bio, from my Spicy page to my Instagram to their Instagram and Facebook. So you guys give a follow, and I will catch you guys next time when we are unhooking.